I've said many times in my program that every food culture in the world makes sausages. This is because they want to use up all their leftover meats, especially pork. I'm in the market looking at ingredients that goes into making sai ua, or northern sausage. When we talk about the ingredients that goes into sai ua, or Chiang Mai sausage, these are the herbs that goes into it. One is cilantro or coriander leaves. It's very nice. The next one is kaffir lime leaves, all chopped up, all right? And the other thing is sawtooth coriander. It has a jagged end over here. That's why it's called sawtooth. These are the only 3 herbs that you put into sai ua. We're going to have to talk about the curry paste that goes into sai ua as well. First, this is fresh turmeric. The next one is fresh lemongrass. Very fragrant. And then there's some dry stuff that I have to ask her. พี่ครับไอ้หอมกับกระเทียมกับพริกแห้งอยู่ตรงโน้นใช่ไหมครับงั้นเดี๋ยวไป We'll go over there and show you what it is. Okay? They need dry chili peppers for the sai ua chili paste. Looks like this. There's some large ones. These are very hot, so they mix the large ones which are not hot and the small ones, soak them in water, take the stem out, and then they'll pound it, okay? Small one, large ones, and then Thai garlic. Look at the Thai garlic and regular garlic. You have to use this one, the one on the left here. You have to use this one, the one on the left here, because it's more pungent, it has more essential oil in there, and it's very, very fragrant, okay? This is like flour. This is good, all right? This is Thai shallots. This is a regular shallot. Look at it. These Thai shallots, the intensity is even more than one of these. Just 2 of these is just so much more intense in terms of essential oil and flavor and scent, okay? So these are the items that we're going to need. Shallots, Thai garlic, dry chili peppers, large and small, 1 large, and then fresh turmeric and lemongrass. Here you are, a whole lemongrass. This goes into making a paste, right? So now we're at a village, Petmani OTOP, or basically it's a co-op, cooperative for the little village over here. And they make the sausage here. All the ingredients that I showed you in the market are all ground up and mixed with the ground pork, so it looks like this. All you have to do now is to stuff it into the pork casing. Place the mixture into the grinder with a funnel attachment. Thread the casing onto the funnel and run the machine and feed the mixture into the machine. Allow the stuffing to enter the casing, and voila! Northern sausage! Here it is. All of this is made from this mix, and then she's the one who does it anyway. And we have to do after this is that we have to go and steam it until it's cooked. And then afterwards we have to grill it. And then we get the finished product. And then it can be sold or eaten, okay? So I'm going to take this to have it steamed. So this is the grilled stuff, and it's ready, done, and cooked, but it doesn't still have that smell. You need to still grill it one more time to give it color and intensify the smell, the scent inside. And this is the stuff, oh man, that has been grilled already. What we're gonna do, we're gonna eat it. I just asked her how do they sell this? They sell it by weight, in kilos. So usually, and then you just throw it in here. And this is for me. It's full of flavor. It's full of herbs and spices. It's not that hot, but it's quite peppery. And all the herbs in there and all the seasoning in there is so good. And you're supposed to eat it, let me tell you, with sticky rice. And you know, sticky rice, you put it in your hand, you have to roll it in a ball. And then you can eat this, a bit of this. Chắc lắm.
Làm tép té.
Young ginger, cucumber. I eat everything inside. Then follow with this again. Just so good. But it's very involved, and it takes a long time to get this done. But this is the whole village come together and do it together, and they do make a business out of it, and I admire them because the food is really good, and this sausage is very, very good. ขอบคุณครับ I'm taking this home. Bye. And here we are, guys. Thank you very much, Kap.
You're welcome. Pleasure.
Ni, this is it. Ni. You know this is a Thai word? It said, this is it. Ni. One of the menus I'm going to do basically is a northern pork stew. And one of the main ingredients in this pork stew is this. This is very old ginger and this is young ginger, okay? The flavor is more intense. So you see, the stew has ginger. It's not in Thai cuisine. So it must have come from China because ginger is used a lot in China. So what we do is we're going to buy some of this and we're going to make the stew with it. Then I'm going to go and show you what piece of the pork that we need to buy, which part of the pork. You need this, and then you need the other part, which is basically the butt, pork butt. You can also use pork shoulder, which is right over here, okay? And then you cut them into cubes, and then you make the stew out of it. Having gotten all the ingredients for hang lei stew, we are on the way to Hin Lei restaurant. This is an Indian restaurant, and hang lei stew is both Indian and Chinese. This is ginger. Northern cuisine is influenced by three nations: the Chinese with ginger, the Indian and Burmese with all the dry curry and the spices that are dry. And then what makes it Thai are the paste that we always have to have, which is mostly fresh ingredients that's pounded together with, this time it's red chili peppers that's been soaked in water. So today we're going to make actually it's a northern stew called hang lei. And this stew uses pork. Of course, the north uses pork, and my friend Vongsak is going to help me make it. Let's do it. First, you add black soy to the pork cubes. Fish sauce. Fresh ginger julienne to the mix. This is Chinese. Curry powder. This is Indian. Turmeric. It gives color. Curry paste. This is Thai. Chili powder. Then you mix all the ingredients together. You wanted me to mix this?
Oh,
You're going to use your hand?
Sure, why not?
Go ahead.
Traditional way of doing it.
Man. Wow. Yeah.
You begin to see the true color.
Yeah, that's the gang hang lei color anyway. You don't need to use stock actually,
No, no need.
because the pork already has meat here.
And it's got enough condiments.
Now his hands got to turn a little yellow.
My hand actually turned Hin Lei as well.
So I don't care.
So ideally,
Ideally,
they should be
marinated
left for
overnight.
At least, yes,
Right, overnight.
or at least 3 hours.
At least 3 hours. Add chopped onions. Add ginger. Stir fry the onions until it's caramelized or brown. Then add the marinated pork and sear the pork to seal in the juices. Add the pureed tomato. You can also use tamarind juice. Add a little water and bring to boil. Reduce heat and simmer partially covered. After an hour and a half, the pork is tender. Add the garam masala, which is an Indian curry powder. Throw in whole peeled garlic cloves, fold them in to get warm, and serve immediately. And here we are, guys. Thank you very much, Kap.
You're welcome. Pleasure.
Ni, this is it. Ni. You know this is a Thai word? It's that this is it. Ni. Ni. Hang lei stew or pork stew. Actually, I'm a person who like to eat a lot of fat. So what I usually do is I also add pork belly in this stew. So there's more fat in it. That's why I'm so fat. Oh yeah, right. Enjoy it, try to do it. It's so good. That's still another dish I'm going to make, and it's very Chinese. I'm at the market buying the ingredients. We're going to make Pat Wun Sen, or stir-fry cellophane noodles. Now we're going to put all this together, which means that the influence of the Chinese, the northern way of eating pork, and this is sour pork, okay, that we went to the place to see, and the stir-frying technique that the Chinese brought to us. And we'll make a dish which is a glass noodle, which is Chinese of course, stir-fried with eggs and other ingredients. And it's very, very simple. I'm gonna start. You take some Thai garlic, which is really small. You see this? Don't even peel it. You just smack it. Smack it, okay? By smacking it, you're bruising everything here. I'm gonna take some Thai chili peppers. They are quite hot. This is it. Then I smack it as well to bruise it. Onion, okay? Take half an onion, cut it this way. This is Thai cucumber. Lots of seed, but I like the outside much more. So what I usually do is roll them. After you wash them, cut the tomato in wedges. And you don't need to put too much in there because I only have a small amount of the cellophane. Now, turn up the heat. Thais in the olden days cooked with clay pots. It's when the Chinese came to Thailand, the influence of the wok just came about, okay? First, you add a little bit of oil, just regular vegetable oil. Make it hot. And I put this in first, the chili and the garlic. You add the onions. Flip, flip, flip. Then you add some of the sour pork meat. You have to crumble it. After that, you add the cucumber. You add the cellophane noodles. Lower the heat a little bit. Stir. It will soften quite quickly, you see? And it might stick. So what you want to do is add just a little bit more oil to it. See that? It's off. Sorry. Tomato, and then you put a little bit of soy sauce in there. See that? Okay. Ow! Taste it first. What you need is a little bit more saltiness from the soy sauce, and you might want to add more soy sauce than you need, okay? You see this? Then you make a space in the middle. Then I'm going to just stir it like this and put everything on top. Let it steam up. Once it starts steaming up, stir. You see? It's white and yellow. I'm going to put pickled garlic in there. Then you stir. Look. Haha. Perfect. Last but not least, you're going to need to taste it. This is too much now, so I'm going to try it like this. And pepper, black pepper. Whip it up. I'm going to plate it. Very simple, very tasty, actually very healthy. And this tells you about how Northern Thai food is influenced by the Chinese. This dish is typically Chinese, but has some of the northern ingredients. With cilantro.